Have you used Procter& Gamble products, Crest toothpaste, Safeguard soap, Bounce fabric softeners, Folgers coffee, Biz detergent, and Crush soda? Let me introduce Dr. Herbert Smitherman, who was a senior chemical engineer there who supervised major improvements to each of these products. Some of his chemical innovations were patented. Dr. Smitherman was the first black person with a doctorate degree hired at Procter& Gamble back in 1966, and he worked there for 29 years. This was the period of civil rights gains, when companies felt pressured to consider black talent hires. Not token employment, but doors opening to advanced companies with incredible workers with something to prove. Many earned reputations of excellence that we see movies about today that busted the affirmative action myths and showcase brilliance. Smitherman received dozens of patents for many of Procter& Gamble's most important products. One of his patents for toothpaste formula has been cited by 31 other patents. He was instrumental in recruiting minority STEM graduates for Procter& Gamble. He founded the National Organization for Black Chemists and Chemical Engineers. His son named him the Jackie Robinson of Procter& Gamble. Beyond his technical contributions, Dr. Smitherman played a vital role in the mentoring and recruiting of black chemists. He pushed Procter & Gamble to train and eventually hire more minority undergraduate, graduate, and PhD students in science, chemistry, and chemical engineering. He was a founding member of Procter & Gamble's Black Technical PhD group, which advocated for black scientists and engineers to be recognized, compensated, and rewarded for their accomplishments. He also continued to inspire and encourage minority students to pursue STEM education and careers, establishing the National Organization for the Advancement of Black Chemists and Chemical Engineers in 1972. How did he get there? It wasn't easy. Smitherman was born in 1937 in Birmingham, Alabama, in the tight-knit black community of West Princeton. This was during the weary Great Depression. His parents, Reverend Otis C. Smitherman and his wife Alberta, were poor but advocates for a better life. Their support of civil rights and voter registration resulted in the burning of his father's church, but it was rebuilt. They encouraged Herbert, an only child, to get as much education as possible. Smitherman recalls a time his father took him to a construction site and showed him a worker with a jackhammer breaking up concrete. He said, "Son, if you don't get an education, this is where you will end up." Dr. Smitherman jokingly said, "I've been reading books since that day." Smitherman was an outstanding student destined for academic success. He attended the rural, rundown, segregated schools where teachers invested in student success, which trumped secondhand supplies and poor amenities. After graduating high school, he entered Tuskegee Institute and earned bachelor's and master's degrees in chemistry. You know, the same department started by the great George Washington Carver. After graduation, Smitherman taught at Texas Southern University before joining the United States Army for 2 years. Then he attended Howard University, earning a PhD in physical and organic chemistry in 1966. After receiving his doctorate, Smitherman was hired by Procter & Gamble. Giving back is the hallmark of Black achievers, and Smitherman was no exception. After retiring from Procter and Gamble, he served as a professor at Wilberforce University. Later, he founded the Western Hills Design Technology High School to support Black students in math and science. Here, the legacy is repeated by another life representing Black Americans living and giving, demonstrating that ability is plentiful, and with opportunity and desire to achieve, there are no limits.